Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part 2 of the print and cut tutorial that we started this morning. Natalie is here with me. Hopefully going to do a few bits to help me out. I don't do everything perfectly, as Natalie will, I'm sure, without telling.
That's a bit harsh.
We'll just get a couple of minutes to see if any people join in. If Natalie wants to go and check the other computer and get it started.
Yeah, this is a 3-camera stream, so please bear with us between comments as I do have to run in and out.
Yeah. I'm having to set up a separate computer to see the comments, which is in the other room. So please bear with us if there are any comments. So hoping we're all well on this Thursday afternoon. And keeping well.
Sarah Lou's just joined.
Morning, afternoon, Sarah Lou. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Morning,
Afternoon. Because I'm used to doing the morning stream. I don't do the afternoon ones normally. I get lumped with the afternoon one today. I usually do the morning one, so I'm not used to this afternoon malarkey.
Anybody think you usually get siesta?
Yeah, I was snooze in the afternoons. Yeah. So I'll quickly go through the...
Yeah, Julie.
Oh, Julie?
Yeah.
Hi Julie, hope you're well. I'll start a little bit, and if people want to say hi and mention anything in the comments, please do. Nat is in the other room, so if there is a slight delay between comments, then please bear with us. We do have the camera set up on the CM ready for when we cut out and how to get to there, and we have it on the desk ready for scoring and putting together as well. So we do have everything set up with lots of cameras and quite a bizarre setup this afternoon. So just very quickly to show how we print the bits ready to print and cut. So as you can see on our screen, we've got all the bits that we set up on our print layers, and we've turned off everything else. So we don't have any cut lines showing, just have the...
You've got the cut line showing all out, or
I was going to say, why have you got the cut board showing on out there too? There we go, we'll turn that off because we don't need that. So making it visible, all you do is turn it on and off at the side here. These little ticks, and it turns it off. Make sure obviously you have your registration marks visible, which are important when it comes to the next section on the scan and cut. And then we're going to go to print, so we'll go File and Print. And what you want to do, obviously we're working on a Mac, is make sure that if you're printing your artboards, you change it on here to artboards, and make sure you print 2 of number 2 and 3, because obviously they make your front and back and your 2 side panels. So do make sure you print 2 each of those for printing. I've already done mine, so I shan't get doing those. But if people want to get...
Hang on, who did that?
Yeah, we printed them!
Who prints them?
Cheeky man. You found you the card to print them on. So we've just printed ours on some white card. It's a... I can't remember what the GSM it is.
160.
And give 160 GSM card. So it's not too flimsy, but it's not too thick either for our printer. And we have printed ours on our Canon laser printer that we have down here. It's an A4 laser printer. So if everybody can give me a thumbs up when they've done that, and then if they're joining in or if they're just watching, we can. Oh no! then next we're going to go into Canvas when those are done. Didn't do like I asked. Maybe give me a thumbs up when they're ready and back into Canvas, and then we can continue with the next bit. What? Okay, so as you can see, Natalie's very kindly ordered an artboard 1 and 3 for me, and left me to do artboard 2.
There's a real big delay between what you're doing and what I'm seeing.
Yeah, there always is.
And like really, really big to normal.
Oh, okay.
So just bear that in mind.
Yeah, so we're going to go to
I'm still looking at the print screen.
File, that's alright, and import from your computer. And we're doing cupboard 2. Now as usual it brings it in tiny, so we're going to just select all with Command A, and we're going to group it with Command G, and then we're going to go to our properties and resize it. So we know it should be an A4 sheet, so we can bring that into 210. And that brings it to the right size for our cut and our registration marks. So we'll nip back to our layers, and this one right at the bottom is the outside box. We can delete that, we don't need that. So just go down to delete, and then we want to set our score lines to draw. So let's make sure we get the right ones. So we have that one, which we want to set to draw. That one we want to set to draw. And that one we want to set to draw, because we don't want it to cut those. How are we doing so far?
No questions yet, just pace yourself slowly.
I'm trying to.
Don't know if you want to just mention that there's a big buffer delay today. I'll put it in the chat as well.
Yeah, there is quite a buffer delay apparently from what I'm saying to what is coming up on screen. So it's a little bit slower than usual. So if there are any questions and you want me to go over something, please don't be afraid to ask. I will get back and do anything you want me to again. I'll rename that whilst waiting, call it Artboard 2. So that way we have our 3 artboards ready. All with our registration marks. So shall I start with artboard 1?
Yeah.
So we'll start with artboard 1. We're going to cut one of these out. So we've already set the bits, our dotted lines to draw, and everything else is to cut, including the registration marks, which gives you some idea of how close you get when you do your registration. So as we have a 700 set up next to us and it is on the internet, we're going to transfer our file via the internet and send it to our machine. It's just warning me that objects that are hidden aren't sent. which is fine because I don't need them there. Also tells you that the padlocks make no difference, but for me actually in the program I'll lock it. So next I'm going across to the machine, so I'll just change the screen quickly and load up my piece of card with that printout on. So, hopefully now you've all joined me over on the CM's 1000. You should be able to see the screen. I'm just going to move it a little bit so you can see the mats a little bit as well. There's obviously you'll be able to see. So we have our printout with our little bit at the top and our square at the bottom. I'm just going to load that onto the mat. I'm going to try and get it as close as I can to centre at the top, so it's straight on. This helps a little bit with the registration marks. I mean, you'll never get it absolutely perfect, but it's as close as. Yep, that's the reason we've put the bleed on of 3mm. So you have that little bit of overlap that if it is slightly out, which it probably will be, it doesn't matter too much. So from here, we're going to go to pattern, and we're going to bring it in off the cloud where I've sent it. And you can see I've been messing already, so I'll do a background scan. So this just makes sure that we can line everything up. Okay, so now that that's done, we can then try and line this up the best we can. So using the zoom in, I'm trying to line this up. I have to zoom in again to be able to see this one at the top, because the registration marks don't come through very clear on the scan, which doesn't help. So I can just see it on that one. The idea being if you
got it on the dark setting?
I think it is, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You can darken it up in the original file then.
Yeah. It doesn't come through very clear on the scan, but if I can get one lined up, the theory is that the other should be almost perfect or close enough. Which they look to be, from what I can see. So we go OK. And then we can cut them out. So I've already got my blade set and ready. For me, my blade is on 5.5, and my pressure's on -3. So I know that'll cut nicely for me. My speed is on 1, because I never have it up any faster than 1. If you've watched any of our videos, you'll know that anyway. And then we're going to press cut. Right, so that was cut, and registration marks weren't bad. So if you can see at the top there, that registration mark there is almost spot on, and that one at the top is spot on. It's off just a little bit at the side there, and that one just a little bit off at the bottom there, which is expected on that little bit. But other than that, that's good, and that's why you have your bleeds on each of the designs. So I'll just take those off the mat.